Hello, clanmates. It's Space Cubic Sub. Another This Week in Review for October 6, 2019. All right, a couple things that are new and different because Global Map started. So let's talk about some numbers here. Huge! Look at this. Ranked 46. 46. Last week we were ranked 77. That's like huge. I don't track the clan rating of 10,000 PR. It's like PR. It's not PR, but it's like PR. It's not PR. This 10,000 number, I might go back and look at some of my other videos and start doing that because that number has also jumped tremendously. So that's wicked. Let's see who is new to the clan. We got Bone. We got BF5. Those two guys are new. Look for them. Say hey. Get them acquainted. Those guys, I highly recommend that you watch the training videos or drills or whatever you want to call it in the training room in TeamSpeak to help with some of the terminology like breadboard and stuff like that. So check that out. Other clan members, mention that to them so they're up to speed with that. We have somebody joined and left. I don't understand what that's all about. And unfortunately, Salty had left. As far as individual win rates and random battles, thank God, or whatever deity that you worship, that Zaw is not on this list anymore. So CYZ, plausible, Beast God, numbers above 60%, wicked, very, very nice. Win 8. Win 8. So who are we looking at? We're looking at Northern Lion, Executive Order, Edward, Bells, Diablo, Plausible, all either above 2,000 win 8 or just about above 2,000 win 8, recent win 8. So shout out to all those guys. Wicked. Northern Lion, man, we gotta check this out because he's routinely at the top. So what is he playing? If he's playing a T67, okay, T50-2, meh. Which one does he had the most amount? Yeah, okay, that one. 100 LT, those numbers, that's pretty good. IS6, pretty good, obviously. 44, Object 140, E25, bit OP. 55A, OP. Ah, T60. Oh, isn't this kind of funny? See, I kind of wondered if he played T67, and he does, but he's nowhere near as good as he is in the T50-2. All right, I'm just bugging him, though. Stronghold buildings. Actually, we didn't do anything to any of the buildings. Like nothing got upgraded, and the reason for that is because Global Map started. So you'll see in the next screen sort of thing that we've been doing very little in the way of skirmishes and advances because most of our time has been allocated to Global Map, which is cool. Speaking of which, Global Map. So we're currently ranked number 70. This is like the first week in review where we had these numbers, so we're going to definitely be looking to improve upon that number to something better. ELO is 871. It looks like we were 863 when we left, so it's inched up a little bit, but it would be nice to see that go up. The big thing with especially this campaign, because this campaign is all about gold, is the gold. So in 1 week we added 3,000 more gold, and I believe a big one was this one, which is completing a task. So we got 2,400 gold in one shot, and I don't know exactly what that is, what we did to do that. Kill tanks, do something, I don't know, but that's where all that a big chunk of that gold came from. So definitely all the stuff that we're doing does that. And in case anyone doesn't know, portions of this will get distributed to anybody who participates or is in the queue, not necessarily plays, but at least on TeamSpeak and showing up for the games to potentially play. and the clan itself is going to keep some for some of the other stuff that we do, like the games and races and different things like that. The That's an important thing to remember when picking teams. It doesn't really matter to you as an individual. It doesn't really matter if you get picked or not. The caller wants to pick the person that that has the right tank first and foremost. Maybe has run that strat on that map before. Is maybe the caller knows or has some confidence that that person can execute that. But as far as you individually, don't be so concerned about getting picked or not getting picked, because you're going to get the same amount of gold as the guy who picks. So what are we into now? We're into skirmishes. So, okay, so you're going to see like this huge difference in numbers, right? So last week we had a win rate of 23. It's now 38. So a couple games that we did play, we got better. We dropped the average number of battles from 4 to 3, and we only had 10 active players, whereas last week we had 13. And this is all fine. It all has to do with the fact that we can't split our time, so much on between global map and skirmishes and such. Advances, it looks like it's about the same. So the average win rate last week was 55. Now it's 48. We averaged, I guess this is the big thing too, is we had 31 battles last week, and now we only had an average of 11. So that's pretty huge. But the number of players that were active are about the same. We had 37 before, and now we have 35. So that's staying the same. Just means that we dropped significantly because advances play during those same time slots as global map. Global map, this is new, because you remember in the last video it was like 0, 0, 0, 0. Well, it ain't 0 now, ain't it? Yeah? So this is just like, there's no stats to compare it to. So we were averaging 8 battles, 33% win rate, and there are 45 active players, and that 45 is the nice number. So specific shout out to Justin, CYZ, Beefy, Plausible, Lizard, Shooting Blanks, Glowworm, Beast, Carl, as in all guys above 50%. So we appreciate the skills and wins that you brought into that. Thank you very much. And now we go to the video, the interview. Sorry, this is the video. I'm doing the interview right now. I have to go to the interview. So we're going to go and interview Za today. Can I check on who's? I don't even know. So we got Sortek. I did BC, Jamie. Yeah, so Za's next. And then Sick. I don't know if I want to interview Sick. Anyways, let's go to Za. What?
User was moved to your channel.
Where'd you move me to?
I ain't doing no fucking interviews.
Hi, Sick. How are you, man?
Nah, whatever. I ain't doing no fucking interview.
What's your position here in the clan?
Jokester, asshole, and that's about it. Oh, personnel officer maybe.
Personnel officer, maybe. So what? So you
do a lot of editing.
I might have to. Where are I can't even find it. Oh, there you are in BC's room.
Yeah.
There you are. All right. So what does the personnel officer do?
In this clan, absolutely fucking nothing.
So it's a good job for you then, right?
Yep. I put the numbers in every night.
And
I'm like Santa Claus. I go over your list, see if you're naughty, see if you're nice. If I don't like you, you don't get a phone.
is there an integrity thing? Like how?
No integrity at all.
I know, that's what I'm kind of wondering. So what if you wanted to like give somebody a whole bunch of gold?
Well, I would have to leave the clan at the same time. I'm not going to be like that one honor player. Yes, I did say that. I just wish we had 6 million to use.
All right. So then, what is it that personnel officer is a little bit different than like XO and all that other kind of stuff? But is there something that you want this clan to do and that you are trying to get them to do? Does that make any sense? Like, do you want this clan to do something?
As in what way?
I don't know. Like, do you want more gold? Do you want,
Oh yeah, everybody wants gold.
you know,
We want to be the known as the bad boys out there.
your kind of bad boys or like my kind of? I don't think I have a bad boys kind. Does anyone have a bad boys like
Bad
you?
boys to where they come up against us and say, "Oh shit,
Oh,
fucking fix with that fucking bastard sick in there."
sick. Oh my
Yeah,
God, sick's
fuck.
on that side.
Make sure you wear your latex gloves. You might catch something.
All right, that's actually not a bad lofty goal. So,
Well, I got the first part right. Or the second part, I should say.
so you crack the jokes, you
Oh yeah,
handle
I
the
try to
gold.
keep everybody happy and shit because this game can be fucking pain in the ass.
It most of the time it is, yes.
So that's I do the same thing at work. I fucking try to make everybody laugh. People work better when they're fucking laughing.
You know when I don't think I'm allowed to say like last night when we were losing, we kind of missed you because we could have used some cheering up.
That's what BC said too.
Nice.
I
All
did
right.
my beauty sleep and it didn't work at all. So, like normal. So
That beauty sleep, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, if there's a few guys that have seen me. So, ow! I just got killed, you bastard.
So that's the other. So then the thing we're gonna have to try and do is figure out how are we going to know if the other clan says, "Oh crap, it's fixed. Oh, it's they got sick on the team." Maybe we should like message people afterwards.
They'll know what team, before battle, unless it's an advance.
Hmm.
If it's a clan war, so you know who you're going up against.
This is true.
And they'll see me, and then all of a sudden they go all in their tier 8s.
Hmm. I'm gonna figure that out for you. I'm gonna message every single person we play and ask them about their psychology. Were you feeling comfortable when you saw sick on the other team, or
Actually, their thought is, well, Sick is over there. We can play our tier 8s and still win.
I wouldn't say that. All right, thanks. Is there anything else you want to add before I cut this short? Sometimes, because I don't know if you watched the last one, but BC took forever. I'm like, these things need to be just like quick. They don't need to be 5 minute long lectures.
Well, you got to remember BC's Canadian, so it takes a lot for them to think of what they're going to say and shit. And,
Yeah,
that's
I
grew up in Michigan, and we used to call the Canadians mushheads because they're smart people, but they have no common sense.
and somehow I know that you know that I'm Canadian and that all of that was fairly insulting. But yeah.
I used to play hockey, and I used to go to Canada all the time. So
Nice, nice. All right, Sick.
yeah.
Thank you very much for the interview.
All right. Lucky I didn't say anything about Mexicans. Jesus.
All right, that's my interview with Zaw, and that's my week in review. If Zaw didn't take like forever like BC did, hopefully this video is like short enough that you don't get totally bored. Anything else I want to talk about? We are taking statistics. Me and Preach and Sortech, came up with some cool stuff about this global map, so we're going to have a lot of data, and hopefully that's going to help us give us a little edge. Look in the Intel room to watch previous videos, and I'm not the only one. I think there's some other people, but we do typically live stream the games. So even if you're not picked and you want to watch, just to sort of participate or to see you know, which way the meds go, which way the heavies go to prepare you in case we have to play that on that map again and that strat again. That's a good way to sort of understand and see what's going on. Anyways, guys, that is my weekend review for October 6th. Thanks.